Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United could sell 29-year-old to help fund summer business. It's common knowledge that Man United are in the market for at least one new centre-back, and according to recent reports, could sanction the sale of another. The Red Devils are enduring another disappointing campaign, and despite reaching the FA Cup final, have received strong criticism for the nature of their semi-final performance against mid-table championship side Coventry City. Consequently, the Premier League giants are expected to be preparing for an important and busy summer transfer window, recently welcoming Sir Jim Ratcliffe as the club's new minority shareholder. The British billionaire, who has taken on all sporting responsibilities, is expected to sanction several key departures before attempting to bring in any fresh faces. And in a recent piece by the Daily Mail looking at who the 20-time league winners should keep and who they should sell, defender Victor Lindelof is one of the names likely to be sold. The report reads, "It's no secret in agent circles that United are in the market for two young centre-backs this summer, and that means departures are needed. Lindelof is out of contract in 2025, and rather than see him leave for nothing, United should be seeking a buyer to help boost the coffers as the £100 million in total player sales this summer." Although currently ruled out with a hamstring injury, Lindelof has been far from an important player for Erik Ten Hag, starting in just 14 Premier League games all season. The Sweden international has once again failed to convince his manager he is worthy of a regular matchday place. And as the Daily Mail correctly pointed out, Lindelof's contractual situation, which will see him become a free agent in 1 year, could be a huge giveaway when it comes to the 29-year-old's future. Seeing United sanction their number two's departure would be one of the least surprising things to happen at the club this year. Since joining the Red Devils from Benfica in 2017, Lindelof, who is valued at around £13 million, has scored 4 goals and registered 7 assists in 258 games in all competitions. Erik Ten Hag provides injury update on 4 Man United stars ahead of Sheffield United game. Ten Hag will want a better response from his players against the Blades tomorrow. Ahead of the game, the Dutchman has provided an injury update on 4 players, including Bruno Fernandes. The 54-year-old revealed that Alejandro Garnacho had a problem, which led to his substitution on Sunday, but he should be fine. Ten Hag also expects Fernandes to recover from a hand issue, but Scott McTominay and Marcus Rashford are considered doubtful to face the Blades in tomorrow's late kick-off at Old Trafford. He told ManUnited.com the following: "We had a problem with Alejandro Garnacho, that's why we took him off during the game, but I think he will be fine. Scott McTominay, we have to assess, really doubtful. Marcus Rashford is also doubtful, and there was also an issue with Bruno Fernandes with the hand, but I think he can make it. We have some doubts going into the game tomorrow." United managed to qualify for the FA Cup final despite Coventry's stellar comeback. Ten Hag has insisted that there was nothing embarrassing and the club still have the chance to win a trophy. Despite this, he should be aware of the current defensive record of the club. They have been conceding plenty of goals, and there needs to be an improvement over the final 6 league games. United are currently 16 points behind 4th-placed Aston Villa with 2 games in hand. Champions League football looks unlikely, but they still need to work hard for Europa League qualification. The Red Devils are 7th in the table, behind Newcastle United on goal difference. They are only 3 points ahead of 9th-placed Chelsea, who have a game in hand. The club need to start picking up wins from tomorrow. If United fail to beat Sheffield at Old Trafford, Ten Hag's position at the club could come under serious scrutiny. Scott McTominay is very well respected at Manchester United. Scott McTominay is a well-respected figure at Manchester United and his season's performance means he is highly unlikely to be sold this window. This was not the case for Scott during the last summer window when he was the subject of interest from both West Ham and Bayern Munich. However, no move came to pass, and in a remarkable turn around, the 27-year-old has enjoyed his most prolific season to date at the club, scoring 10 goals in all competitions. This means he is one of only three Red Devils to break double figures this year, alongside Rasmus Højlund and Bruno Fernandes, both on 13 strikes. His knack of scoring important goals was once again highlighted at the weekend when he opened the scoring with a great run, courtesy of a sublime cross by Diogo Dalot. Nonetheless, despite his heroics in the opposition box, McTominay's midfield credentials are still very much in doubt. Journalist Dean Jones has told Give Me Sport that Scott McTominay is not one of the players United will actively look to offload in the summer. His goal in the FA Cup semi-final has become pretty symbolic of how he can impact games. According to Jones, the 27-year-old is not seen as a crucial cog in the starting lineup, but more in the lines of an important rotation piece. He said, "Even though I don't expect him to be a regular starter in the team going forward, I know that he is still very well respected within the club and that there are figures who feel it would be silly to lose a homegrown product like him who understands the club and also can be effective when used properly. He and Maguire are always talked about as having their future on the line at United, and I think that's still the case for Maguire, but not so much for McTominay." No way back for Jadon Sancho at Man United while Erik Ten Hag in charge. Jadon Sancho has no chance of reviving his Man United career while Erik Ten Hag remains in charge. That's according to a recent report from the Daily Mail, who believe the on-loan winger will be sold at the end of the season despite enjoying a decent spell back with Borussia Dortmund. Falling out with Ten Hag following a disagreement over the player's performance levels in training, Sancho was swiftly moved on in the January transfer window. Now back with his former club and in good form, Sancho along with his Dortmund teammates are preparing for a massive Champions League semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain. However, despite the 24-year-old being on the cusp of reaching Europe's showpiece final, the Red Devils seem unnerved in their willingness to offload him. Unlikely to recoup anywhere near the £73 million they paid for him 3 years ago, United, according to these latest reports, are hoping to use the winger's recent form as a means to extract maximum value from his potential departure. Irrespective of his final price tag, though, United appear adamant the 24-year-old has no place in Ten Hag's squad. The report read, "There is absolutely no prospect of him returning to United if Ten Hag remains in charge, and while a new boss may want to give him a clean slate at Old Trafford, it's more likely that United look to capitalize on his uptick in Germany and cash in." Ten Hag's position, which following an abysmal FA Cup semi-final performance against Coventry City is now under threat, so Sancho's chances of returning to Old Trafford and playing an important role aren't completely over just yet. Since arriving at Old Trafford during the summer of 2021, Sancho, who has 2 years left on his contract, has managed just 12 goals in 82 games in all competitions. Man United initiate contact to sign Juventus star on a free transfer. Manchester United have initiated contact to sign Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer this summer, according to Calcio Mercato. The Red Devils are expected to be busy during the summer transfer window, and there could be multiple midfielders heading through the exit door. Sofiane Amrabat is set to leave when his loan deal from Fiorentina expires, while Christian Eriksen could also depart amid the lack of playing time. Casemiro could also be offloaded by United after a difficult second season. The Brazilian has been linked with a potential transfer to Saudi Arabia. Amidst this, Calciomercato claimed that United have stepped in and carried out first polls to sign Rabiot, whose contract expires at the end of June. The €40 million rated star considers a move to the Premier League to be attractive. The Red Devils have been guilty of spending big on experienced players in the past. Rafael Varane, Eriksen, and Casemiro are some of the recent examples. United seem prepared to part ways with the trio this summer to reduce their wage bill. The onus could be on replacing them with young signings with potential. Keeping this in mind, signing Rabiot would be a wrong step. The Frenchman, who was praised as extraordinary by David Trezeguet, was close to joining United in August 2022 before a disagreement over personal terms. Rabiot has since become a key player for the Bianconeri, but we are not convinced over a move, considering he has shown signs of regression this season. The 2022 World Cup finalist had a fantastic 22-23 campaign for Juventus with 17 goal contributions, but he has managed only 7 goal involvements this term. Meanwhile, his passing accuracy has been pretty average. He has a completion rate of only 84%, and United need someone with better ball control in midfield. The hierarchy should avoid a move for the ex-Paris Saint-Germain man, who will demand a big signing on fee and high weekly wages to sign on a boss-man deal this summer. Gary Neville claims Ineos have already sent a clear message to Erik ten Hag. Gary Neville has claimed that Ineos have already given their verdict on the state of things at Manchester United. The Ineos sport team have been working hard behind the scenes, having already appointed a new CEO in Omar Berrada and a technical director in Jason Wilcox. The club has also identified and reached an agreement with the sporting director Dan Ashworth, but are still locked in negotiations with Newcastle United to find a compromise on compensation. Relics of the previous regime like Richard Arnold and John Morteau have already jumped ship. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has also spoken about the need to massively improve Old Trafford, with his preference being to build a new stadium adjacent to the current arena, which he believes will be a new Wembley of the North. All of this announcement so far have led former United player and Sky Sports pundit Neville to claim Ineos have made their statement on how they felt the club was being run. Speaking to Sky Sports, he claimed, "If you think about what Ineos have done since they have come in, they have sent us all quite a clear message. They have wiped out the whole top of the club, the whole lot. They have all gone, and they have brought in 3 new people already." The former United captain also hinted that the decisive actions taken by the new owners so far may not bode so well for Erik ten Hag or many of his underperforming players. He said, "Obviously, the manager and the players at the end of the season, the decision, we would always be waiting until then, but they have sent a clear message to everybody that they don't like what they see and they didn't like what they found. The reality of it is that it's going to be an uncertain, turbulent few months for Manchester United, not just on the playing side, but on the non-playing side as well, because there is going to be so much change there. They obviously don't like it, or else they wouldn't have changed CEO, sporting director, technical director. They have just swept everybody out." Thomas Tuchel very interested in becoming Man United manager. Thomas Tuchel is very interested in becoming the Manchester United manager following his stint with Bayern Munich, according to Bild journalist Christian Falk. The 50-year-old will be leaving the German Giants at the end of the campaign, and Falk reports that he would be ready for a new challenge during the summer. United have reportedly made contact with the former Chelsea head coach. Tuchel is said to be very interested in succeeding Erik ten Hag as the new manager. Ten Hag had a progressive first season as United's manager. He guided them to a third-place league finish while ending their 6-year trophy drought with the Carabao Cup. However, Things have gone pear-shaped in his second year at the club. United have been poor in the league and they are currently 16 points behind fourth-placed Aston Villa with 2 games in hand. A long list of defensive injuries have contributed to the lack of consistency, but their recent FA Cup semi-final performance against Coventry City was nothing short of embarrassing. The club raced into a comfortable 3-0 lead in the 58th minute, but then lost the plot. Coventry scripted a stunning comeback to pull level. United eventually won in a penalty shootout. This has probably urged the hierarchy to reconsider his position. In our view, Ten Hag's chances of staying next season could now entirely depend on winning the FA Cup final next month. A defeat to Manchester City at the Wembley Stadium for the second season in a row could see him dismissed. Tuchel seems to be the preferred successor for United as things stand. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.